one, eh? Eee.
3, 2, 1. Clap initiated. Can cracked. Episode 20 off topic. The big 2-0. What up?
Is this episode 20?
Yes, episode 20.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I mean, if things went to plan, it'd be like episode 20 something, but
No, it would be episode 50 something. We're coming up to our year anniversary of doing this.
oh yeah, yeah. I mean, if we take into account lockdowns and that, then yeah, it would be.
Yeah, fuck. COVID's pretty. I'm gonna try not to swear. COVID's hectic right now.
It's a big pain in the tush.
Auckland's just been in the craziest sort of scenario. I mean, like, look, there's probably countries around the world that have been going through this like 2 years ago, but we're now up to like 4,000 cases a day. Hence why we didn't record last week.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry for the absenteeism. I was waiting on a test result. And I got tested on Tuesday, and look, you know, I'm a man of the people. I'm a white-collar man. I go to work. I do my job. So when I get told that I need to get a test, and they say, you might have a day or two off.
Not at my house.
Ring the fucking bell. I'm stoked.
I
But,
thought you were going to go the other way with that.
but. Our house is under renovations at the moment, and there's a builder that's working here every day. And in order for him to continue working every day, I had to be locked strictly in my bedroom for 3 days
Oh, gosh.
while my vape was in the car. No, I ran out at night. But yeah, no, he's here 72 hours a day. I mean,
It does not compute.
nah.
How'd you eat? What'd you eat?
Bro, that was the problem. That was my biggest thing. I could, I had no groceries. For dinner one night, I had corn thins and green beans.
That's a goose staple.
Yeah, I was gonna say, oh, we eating good.
So you went onto his shelf.
Yeah. But no, I got to about Friday, and I was like, damn. Like, it went past Friday, 5 o'clock, and my results didn't come in. And I didn't think that this would be something that'd be working 24 hours a day. So I was like, well, all the people that do the tests will be knocking off for the weekend. I'm not getting it back till Monday. I'm going to be in my room. 1 a.m. Saturday morning, I get a text, and I was still up. And yeah, I got my negative result, which is cool. I didn't think I had it, but it's just one of those.
Yeah, the testing stations, they're crazy right now. They've like reduced the testing stations.
There's 3 in West Auckland.
Yeah.
So I went to the Henderson one. Like 100+ cars. Like, line went down a whole lot of streets and everything. And I was like, bugger this. I'll ring the doctors. I know I have to pay money, but I'll see if I can get in. And I ring them, and they didn't answer. And they said, on the thing, it was like, if you're after a COVID test, like, just know there's going to be a queue, like a big line kind of thing. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to sack the fucking whole thing off. And no, there was part of me that was just like, do I really need a test? I wasn't in close contact, but I had symptoms, right?
Yeah, that's the whole thing as well. You got like company precautionary protocols, and you got government protocols, and it's like you're just trying to work, man. Like,
yeah. But then I went down to the Tattoo one, and there was like 5 cars, and I got tested. No sweato.
Nice. It's because you go there and you get COVID.
Yeah. Well, the only thing was,
would you like some COVID, sir?
Look at that, double cheeseburger, no pickles, and a large COVID.
No ice.
Was it a Coke? No, a COVID. It wasn't even that I was ill. I just been having these like headaches, and I was been real low energy and achy, and I was like, just really couldn't get out of bed, couldn't get firing, and I think a lot of it to do was, so I'm supposed to wear glasses when I look at screens, otherwise I get these real bad headaches, and I've been playing a shitload of computer lately and not abiding by my optometrist's prescription and not wearing my glasses because I couldn't find them, and but I cleaned my room and I found them, but I had been getting heaps of headaches, and it's a day ruiner, and then on top of that, I've gone off caffeine. So
oh no, fuck that.
Yeah, so well, that was the thing. I had these headaches, and I was like, because I was sleeping really bad, which I put to the heat, and then because of that, I was having a lot of caffeine in the days to try and counter it, just so I can get firing, and then so pretty much it was this whole thing that was making me feel like shit, and then I was like, mate, fuck it, maybe I got the big C, and that is not what that means.
Shit.
And wait, do you want your headphones louder, or are you trying to sound louder?
Yeah, that's. Yeah. Oh, no, we go. Yeah, we're good. That's all good.
Yeah, came back negative, and then I had a good weekend.
Yeah, I mean, everyone out there's probably sick of the COVID chat, but yeah, we just wanted to address it. Obviously, moving forward, unfortunately, it's been like the same time that we've taken other hiatuses during this podcast. It's no necessarily a fault of ours. We've always wanted to do this weekly, and we've tried to stick to that routine. It's just this day and age or this time, it's so uncontrollable that you have no idea what's going on, and anything in the future. Yeah. Just know that
the big thing is we don't live together, so anytime the government steps in, or you have to do any sort of isolating or anything, we can't see each other, which puts a big hindrance into, we might plan one week, we'll have it all ready to go, and then 2 days later we can't record or whatever.
Yeah, and that goes with getting guests on. We've tried multiple guests, which we still have in the works, and we're like trying to get sorted.
Yeah, but even that,
they could end up close contacts or test positive and all that, and it's just it's a bit of a fuck around. So bear with us. We're doing our best.
Yeah. So 20 episodes in a year might sound like we're taking the piss, but man, we've tried.
Oh yeah.
Every week we can do it, we do.
Yeah.
But anyway, man, how you been? That was my week.
Yeah. No, I've been good. The boys started up a social footy team.
Fucking oath. What are you called? What's his team? You gotta have a good when you play touch, like something like a fishy fingers or a touch and tickle.
I wish it was as good as that.
Yeah,
it was. I don't know. We spoke.
Ballfoot.
It's called woof woof. Yeah. No, so I think it was a case of like we all wanted to play footy. No one wanted to do the admin side of like signing up and registering a team.
Woof.
Yeah, it was like the day before the season started, and it was just like, all right, fucking someone quick fire a team through. There was no like discussion about a name or like or come up with some. It was just like, all right, just get a fucking team in.
Yeah.
And but it's going great. Like it's like 4 of us out of our crew that are, we're a little bit unfit and haven't played footy in years and everything. And then we got like another 6 guys that are like they're still playing footy week in, week out, real fit, and it's which is good because it means we can win games and have fun.
Yeah, hard.
While the rest of us are like reaching for an inhaler.
Is it like? Is it like, I know I haven't played that, but when you do touch, like the first couple of games of your season are always grading rounds, and then you want to lose. You want to lose those so you can spank the idiots.
Yeah. So
and then win the prize money, baby. That's what it's all about: winning and getting money.
You do get like a $200 bar tab at the Albany tennis court drinking place.
Hey, how else is that still there? Oh, no,
there's like a bar in the tennis courts there. Yeah, I mean, like they have one grading game, but we won it because they were.
Damn it!
But they were terrible.
Oh, we'll try again next year, boys.
They were
try again next year. Woof woof.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Long story short, it's good to just get out there and play a bit of footy. They're going to split the divisions up a bit later when we lose like 3 in a row. But it's good to be out there, and I'm looking forward to this weekend going up north to Taupo Bay.
Fucking A, up the far north.
Yeah, where you have a lovely batch. And my cousin.
Folks do.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I own nothing.
Same. Yeah, my cousin's getting married, and I'll be going up there for that, and looking forward to this weekend. I got 4-day week. Fuck, I've had how many of them have I had? That's great.
Yeah, I know. That's what I thought last week. Well, last week was a full week, right? And it just felt like it went on forever.
Can they just already like petition for 4-day weeks? Can we just make that a thing?
Yeah, wasn't there a thing of like?
I swear they already
like,
do it
like
in Switzerland
Google
or something.
like some modern company that makes apps and has slides in the office. Like they do the 4-day week and then test their happiness, and they're a lot better.
Fucking A. And like Scandinavian countries or something, like 4 day weeks.
Or like siestas.
Yeah, bro. There's no way I'm going back to work
would
after
always-
a siesta.
I'm a big fan of like the idea of being on site starting. I can get up as early as I want. Like I
Yeah.
can start at 6 and be done
Same.
at 2.
Yeah, same.
Gold.
Yeah, 100%.
I'd love more afternoon than less morning.
Yeah, I will, because it's just a wake up, right? It doesn't matter.
The second you throw your duvet off, it's done.
Yeah,
you just got
you're
to get
up,
through that little
you're
bit.
out. Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's 4 a.m. or 8 a.m. It just feels like the same, right? Obviously, depending on
But it's
how
also
early you go to bed and how much you drank the night before. But
but that's the thing. I wouldn't go to bed earlier. I
Yeah, I
go
know
to bed
you
late
wouldn't.
as it is.
fuck, I would. I need my 8 hours. I need this beauty sleep.
Nice. I need this sleep.
Yeah. Another thing today. Shout out the Soonses. Happy birthday, Jordan, Emma.
Oh yeah, happy birthday, Jordan, Emma.
We love you both.
I know, Jordan, I know you said you had a bit of a poopy day, George, but enjoy it. Eat some good food. See some good people.
Yeah.
We'll see you soon. So-
Someone had to.
yeah.
Yeah. No, it's yeah. What's been happening with you? You got anything coming up this weekend?
Nah.
Nah, that's it. Next question.
I'll probably just do some work on the tiny house and mucking around with that. Start the deck.
Did you watch the Super Bowl?
Nah. Nah, next question. Nah, so when it comes to the Super Bowl, right, like, I'm a big fan of spectacles. I like when they do it big. And
Yeah.
the NBA, that's out of the 4 major American sports, that's the one I follow. Scratch that. That's the only thing I follow.
4? What are
Yeah,
they?
like NBA, NHL, MLB, NFL. So the hockey.
Oh, hockey. Yeah,
Yeah.
ice hockey. Yeah, of course. Yeah, Canadian, American. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. So that's the NFL's really low on the fucking list. I've tried, like I really want to like the game as
Yeah.
someone that's like, like rugby. I can respect. I like watching
Big
like hype
hits.
videos and like when they're training because they've got these insane training facilities and everything. You see it and you're like you can respect that they're insane athletes, but the game's so slow and it's like it's such a it's especially the Super Bowl. It's such a media fest of ads, timeouts, everything like that.
I think like the NFL itself, like, do they call it gridiron anymore? Where'd that come from?
That's
I
what
don't
the
know.
ball's called, isn't it? The gridiron.
Yeah, was it American hand egg?
Yeah.
American football. Like I
Someone,
don't know.
someone will let us know.
I just don't understand it. Like, okay, yeah, they're athletes, sure, they might be fit or whatever, but it's so specific, right? So many other sports.
Sorry, did you say they might be fat or they might be fit?
fit?
Oh, okay.
Well,
Carry on.
they can be fit. I mean, fat.
Yeah.
Because like it's so specific that like most sports out there, you have to have a lot of diversity in your style of play,
Yeah.
right? You can't just be tailored exactly to
You play the whole game, yeah.
Yeah,
All
right?
assets of it.
play 90 minutes, 80 minutes, whatever sport you're playing, and you have to be able to tackle, have the fitness, passing, shooting, whatever it is in any sport.
Yeah.
Whereas they bring on a complete different team for a defensive thing and a complete different team for an offensive. They will only
There's
bring
a
players on
2-minute ad
for
break every time.
for a
That's what
specific
kills
player.
me.
What I don't get as well in these American sports is that they stop the clock when the ball goes out.
Is that? Oh yeah.
It's like in any.
Oh yeah. So they do it in basketball as well. So in game, the time that the ball is live is game time.
Yeah, but like American football, it's live like what, 10 seconds.
Yeah, I know.
a
That's
pop?
why a friggin' 40. I don't know how long a game is actually. Takes 4 hours.
Yeah.
I
And
want to go to a Super Bowl party though because
yeah,
I'm a big fan of food YouTube, right? And then this time of year is always like because I do like some get into my smoking meats and everything. Smoke so much meat and
I bet you do.
actually smoke some sausages on Tuesday. Smoke some home kill. Smoke a couple of rosemary and thymes. So Some
I'm
porkies.
hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Super Bowl. Yeah, I agree. Going to like a Super Bowl party or like a tailgate.
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
Oh yeah.
You know, like
Let me crack a Coors Light.
yeah, like let me park up outside the stadium,
Yeah.
cook some meat, drink some beers before the game, and just get hyped. Like that sounds
Yeah,
that
hard.
sounds mean. But then
Paint a letter on my thing, and me and all the buddies spell a word. Like, yeah. What does that say? Horseradish. Why? It was meant to be. I was trying to like quickly reshuffle horseradish in my head. All I came out with like Dashraha.
That's the team name.
Yeah.
The only Indian team in the
The New
NFL.
Delhi Dashraha.
Oh, but
We're talking about the IPL, right?
I'd love to go to a tailgate. Why is there no tailgates in any other sport?
I don't know. There might be.
You know, it just seems to be football. Like
It's
American
the
football.
flyover states. It's that middle America.
Like on a football,
I bet a tailgate goes crazy in Ohio or something like that. Yeah.
and, like there's a couple of hours before the game. The games take 4 hours themselves. Like it's like a full day event.
Yeah.
But at least like if you're watching from home and you're at that Super Bowl party or whatever, you've got these like ads to like. I mean, that's probably taken away from the sport. They're like, what the fuck? But I mean, obviously you're gonna watch the sport as well. But in other sports, adverts come on. You might mute it, turn it down, walk off, go get a feed or whatever. But the Super Bowl ads, I would sit there and be excited for.
Yeah, I know. They're sick.
Yeah.
And the problem with this year, I sat down and watched them. They're all on YouTube, so it's a big, like, for anyone that doesn't know, it's a big competition, and an ad runs you about $7 million to run an ad in the Super Bowl, right? And you have to be selected unless you're already a huge corporate giant, but you have the chance to enter a contest. I think Doritos runs it, and then they'll play your ad, but you have to be advertising the product.
Right.
And
the Doritos.
yeah, so you had
product,
to had to have product placement of Doritos, but it was anyone could enter it. You submitted it via YouTube, and then there was like a polling process. And the problem with this year, yeah, and it gave like young creators, or it gave people a break, or like you know, it just gave you a chance to have your moment in the sun, you know.
Yeah.
With this year's ones, they didn't, as far as I know, they didn't do anything like that, and the whole thing was just who could pay the biggest actor, and it was like, I mean, I don't know, I didn't watch any of them, but I'm assuming it's like crypto.com or something like that. It's Matt Damon on crypto.com. Have you seen the crypto.com ad with Matt Damon? And it's him, and he's like walking through this like museum, and these like holograms of like Sacagawea with Lewis and Clark, and he was like, you know, we once discovered, and then it's like the next thing, and it's like the Vikings crashing on the shore, and he's like, we have conquered, and then it's like now into the future, and it's like crypto.com, and it's like, dude, no one waged wars on countries so you can sit there and be like, oh, my trillionaire thug, like, hell yeah.
He's still salty that he wasn't like cast in Night of the Museum.
Yeah.
So they make an ad out of it.
Yeah.
But they do get some big name actors in for the commercials, which I thought was crazy. Like I've got family in the UK, and I'll go over there, you know, every couple of years and go see the family, and I'll watch a bit of TV or watch sports, and the ads will come on, and there's like big name actors in these ads, and I'm like, holy shit!
Yeah,
and just on a normal commercial, and they come from America. Like this is some American ads as well. And I was thinking, this is nuts. These are big name actors getting paid a lot of money.
Just be the face of a company that they don't care about.
Yeah. But like in New Zealand, it's like, oh yeah, but you get what's the fucking first Bachelor on a Colgate ad, and that's like our equivalent.
Art Green doing a handstand for like a healthcare product.
Yeah. Or Richie McCaw selling his sheds or whatever it is.
No, you don't want those ones. You want
But yeah, and it's got to be like, to bring it back to the Super Bowl, and you're watching the ads and all that, like the halftime show.
Oh yeah,
has to be the pinnacle of the Super Bowl. I'm sorry, I don't like the sport. I don't like the sport, but the halftime show is huge.
Yeah. So when it gets announced, it's immediately global news. It's usually number one trending in the world.
Yeah,
because everyone has an opinion. When it was like Maroon 5 or something a couple of years ago, people were upset There's like a few. I mean, the biggest one was probably Janet Jackson with Justin Timberlake when her titty popped out. Do you remember that?
No, I don't.
I don't remember. I didn't watch, but like it's infamous. Janet
I remember
Jackson.
one with like Katy Perry, and there was like the shark on her left or something. There was like a meme about the sharks dancing
Oh,
behind
yeah.
her.
And New Zealander had a big moment in the Super Bowl. Lance Savali, the dancer, he danced with Jennifer Lopez when she performed at the Super Bowl, and what did he do? He caught her, or she like let go of the mic or something, and he caught that, or she was like falling off stage and he caught her, or something like that. But he had his moment. It was like last year or the year before.
My man.
Yeah, big fan of that dude.
But can we talk about this year's one or last season? This year, whatever it is, this season's one.
Yeah. Super Bowl XV5.
Oh my gosh! Like in LA.
That's the thing. That was the big thing
in
about
LA.
Big thing about the Super Bowl this year was that it was in LA, so there was everybody there, so it had to be huge in this brand new stadium.
It was all about Dr. Dre, right? Like this man's legacy.
Yeah.
Right. Snoop Dogg, 50 Cent.
Did Snoop perform?
Yeah.
Nice.
Eminem. Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick, Anderson .Paak.
And Anderson .Paak was on the drums when Eminem came out doing "Lose Yourself." They got someone like Anderson .Paak, like not even performing as such as like like one of his songs or anything. They just pulled all the fucking stops
All
out
the
for this.
stops.
It was
see that
insane.
Kendrick drove Anderson .Paak to the gig.
Yeah,
and so Anderson .Paak posts a thing and he's like, "Thanks for the ride," and it was him and Kendrick like walking into the stadium.
Dude, fuck the Super Bowl.
Yeah, hard. That's
I'd pay money to go see all of those performers.
Yeah,
do what they did, and it may have been for 20 minutes or whatever it was. Obviously, I didn't see it live. I saw
highlights.
Yeah, I don't know if you call it highlights. I just saw the performance. Yeah, they probably cut it and edited it. Like, are you fucking kidding me? If you get all of those people in one place and then you're watching probably one of the biggest sporting events in the world, and then they come out and perform, like I saw a guy I went to high school with on Facebook, put it up, and it was like our best 10K overspent. I was like,
holy shit!
Fuck. Yeah, like that's
goddamn. But I saw I'd
still consider it.
There's a whole lot of TikToks that were going around like just post Super Bowl of like all these families that obviously like football. So these old so these old like working men. I think I said white collar before. I think I meant blue collar. Earlier
you did say white.
Yeah. I meant blue. But there's these like old working men and their families sitting down watching the Super Bowl, and it's just them watching 50 Cent hang upside down doing Indie Club, and it's the kids filming the parents' reactions.
Yeah.
And they're all like, "Jackson, what is this? Who is this man?" And
his name is Curtis Jackson.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
With appreciation, he's about $4 now, so.
He's been talking to Matt Damon. He's put that 50 cents into crypto. Yeah. He's rising. But that was all the memes that came out of it. 50 Cent getting big, man.
Yeah.
And he must have been hanging upside down.
You can find me in the club.
You can find me in A&E. Fucking hell.
Bottle full of cough syrup.
Inhaler. But yeah, as
men pour gravy on me.
Oh, sorry to do that. Like,
I love 50 Cent.
Same.
I actually watched a video on Jay-Z today, and it was an interview for him. Sorry, not.
I love 50 Cent. I watched the video on Jay-Z.
No, but it's Jay-Z talking about 50 Cent, right?
Oh,
and he was talking to dudes that were up and coming, and 50 Cent helped out on the 8 Mile soundtrack, and Jay-Z helped out on the 8 Mile soundtrack, and 50 Cent, before he had released any like official singles or anything, he was on the 8 Mile soundtrack, right?
Yeah.
And Jay-Z caught wind of him and was like, shit, this guy's going to be fucking massive when he comes out. And he told everyone back at like Rockefeller Records, he was like, you guys all need to be putting out as much music as you possibly can because 50 Cent is coming. And then Jay-Z was like, 4 months later, Indie Club dropped, and we just had to sit on the sidelines because we weren't beating that dude.
He was massive on
Bro,
release. Eh?
Huge underrated career. Like that 50 Cent ran the show when I was 8 years old.
Was it Get Rich, Die Trying? One of the biggest records ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's absolutely nuts. And it's funny that you say that. Like Jay-Z, he wrote a lot of Dre's sort of lyrics. Did you
hear he wrote Still Dre?
Yeah.
Did you see him just rapping along in the stands?
No, I didn't see that.
So it was playing and he was just sitting back in his chair just rapping along to it.
Yeah, that's so cool that he had such an influence, especially with the whole East Coast West Coast thing.
Yeah.
Like they really like patch stuff up, like
you just
behind
have to
the
respect
scenes.
the talent.
Yeah. Like they're like, hey, like we're just another rapper, like doing this sort of thing, and the whole East Coast West Coast thing just was built up in media more than anything.
That's
and
the thing. Apparently, the whole thing was just done by the media.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's awesome though that he was in the stands singing it. It's amazing.
It was like him, Nelly, Jack Harlow, like that whole VIP section. I listened to a podcast today, and Theo Von was talking about it because he was in the VIP section.
Holy!
And he was like, dude, like he just listed a whole lot of people that were there. And everyone was giving him shit. They're like, oh, like, you've sold out, you're rich. And then he's like, oh, I do not know these people, and they do not know me, but I was there. And he just...
Can you imagine the after party?
Where
does the magnitude of that sort of, like, those people go? Like, not just from the performance at halftime and those watching it, like, because the biggest celebrities in the world are probably in the stands as well somewhere. And then you've got the players... Like where do you go there? Like, and how do you get invited to? Like must be like
that's like the equivalent of like how Elton John's always known for having the biggest Grammy after party.
Yeah,
like who has the like post LA Super Bowl? Who's hosting? Are you going to Dre's? Like, did he put something on?
Kanye West.
I mean, he was there. He was in a stocking, but he was there. Dude, that guy. Have you been keeping up with what Kanye's been doing lately?
I have not. I know there's a lot of drama around it, but...
Fuck me, dude. That guy needs a PR team, and they need to, tell that dude that not everything needs to be in caps lock. Because you just picture Kanye just like... and
he's like a 64-year-old grandmum that's accidentally got caps lock on.
Yeah, everything needs to be online. It's like my mum on Facebook.
Yeah.
You get a text from Kim K being like, can you please stop posting every private conversation in public? And he's like, but I want everyone to know I love you. And it's like, he posted that. And it was like, dude. I mean, I don't know.
He's going through like that train wreck of the end of a relationship just publicly.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing. It's
Idiot.
like, dude, I don't have anything on like trying to win a girl back or anything. But if I was to write a book... I'm not using him as a reference.
Yeah, you'd write chapter 1 on what not to do.
Yeah. It's kind of reminiscent of like a he's actually I think I said this a couple of episodes ago that like it's like a potential Joker origin story. But he's like fucking 2 more bad texts away from a 2007 Britney, but luckily he's already shaved his head.
He's already bald. Fuck.
Off goes the beard.
Oh man. Yeah, I reckon Dre's hosting that.
Yeah, hard.
But then he just takes everyone into the booth.
Yeah.
Like, all right, let's make $1 billion.
Nice.
So, excuse me. If NFL's not your cup of tea, do you have any sporting events that are? What's your, like if we were to have a NRL game, with that sort of magnitude. And have that sort of halftime show, I'm pretty sure was it Ben and Joe from Good Charlotte? They did the NRL grand final once. But
it's either that or it's like Tool or Jessica Malbeck.
I don't even know if it's Ben and Joe, but
Joel?
Joel, maybe, yeah.
Joel and Benji.
Yeah, those two.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, what would your be, like, ideal... Do you have, like, a top 5 of a sporting events,
this has different... This has different approaches. So, there's stadiums I want to be at.
Yeah.
But there's also... So I'll start, sorry. I want to see the Warriors win more than anything. So before I talk about, like, just dream things, if I could see the Warriors win...
Yeah.
I wouldn't sleep for a week. I'd put in leave.
But not just, like, seeing them win, but you'd want to be in Sydney...
Yeah, I'd want to.
And
the
watch
problem
them
is that I know that game has to be played in Sydney. If I could put it anywhere in the world, I'd rather it be at Suncorp. Winning a grand final in Suncorp, just because I think that's the home of rugby league. And beating the Storm.
Ooh,
because we've got this whole thing. We play them every Anzac Day.
Yeah,
stuff like that. I would love to beat the Storm.
They've had Kiwis. They've had Storm.
They've had 2 decades of always being there or thereabouts.
Yeah.
I would love to beat the Storm at Suncorp and get the Wires the big.
And we beat them in our last semi-final circus of the grand
beat them
final.
in a preseason game last week.
Yeah, up the Wires. Any others? What? So
yeah.
Your biggest ideal is the Warriors to win at Suncorp against the Storm, halftime show. Beyonce.
I don't know. I'm not a Beyonce fan. If I was going to do Rihanna versus Beyonce, I'm taking Riri. Taking Bad Girl Riri. I like her more than Beyonce. I like her music more.
Can I take neither? Is that an option?
Oh, dude. To me, Umbrella is one of the greatest songs of all time. Straight up. When you get your Spotify Wrapped, it's always up there. I never skip. Umbrella. Okay. Believe it or not, they sung it better than that. I know that was half decent, but
dude, you lost me. so Riri's playing halftime at Suncorp.
Oh no! But you just said Beyonce, and then I had to defend her. Okay. Are we gonna? Okay, yeah.
What other sporting events are your biggest moments?
I already told you this one, but I would love to see Maximus from Gladiator fight for his freedom in the Colosseum.
Damn, you went mythical.
Yeah,
mythical.
Yeah, I think I'd say that's mythical.
Yeah,
I don't think he was real.
Yeah, well, yeah, was it non-fiction or no fiction?
Fiction.
Yeah. Damn,
I would like to see that. And then just for the whole, like, are you not entertained? I'd be in the bleachers like, yes, I am. Me with my Maximus shirt on.
You'd be in robes.
Holding peaches and olives because he grows them in the east and grows peaches in the west.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so you go on... How about jousting? You go watch like a proper jousting match? I think they still do that.
I have.
What?
Not to the death. But
Right.
I have seen jousting where they get knocked off the horse.
Damn, so they still do that properly.
Yeah, but it's more of like a show. It's not a sport. You
Yeah.
go to see it to say you saw some jousting.
In that same notion, one of my favorites would be the hippodrome.
What's that?
It's like chariot racing. So you think like...
Yeah, like in Gladiator.
Yeah. So you think like was it Formula 1 cars going around circle, but you've got
NASCAR,
chariots and shit going as well.
And they have spears and they like chuck it in each other's wheels.
Yeah.
That would be loose.
That would be
loose.
mean. Yeah. They like jump carts, attack each other like mid-race. That would be lit.
Well, you need to come in for a pit stop. And it's just like, it's usually like, some guy's just cranking a wheel. Like, damn, it's time we reinvented the wheel.
Or they do the or like the horseshoes on the horse.
Just a farrier. He's just hitting it with a hammer, making noises.
This might take a week. No, I think with like the biggest sporting events, I'm a little bit biased. Obviously, I think I've talked about this before multiple times. Obviously, I'm a big Liverpool fan, Liverpool football. I'd put the two biggest ones out there for me would be seeing a Champions League final and an FA Cup final with
Which holds more weight to you?
ooh,
Okay, I'll give you a trifecta then: a Champions League final, an FA Cup final, or a game. Say it's Liverpool, Man City. They're tied for points. Winner takes all. Last game of the season.
for Premier League.
Yeah, for EPL.
A couple of years ago, I would have said EPL,
Mm.
but we've won it recently, first time in 30 years, so that's not so weighted as much anymore.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like we'd won everything but the Premier League for 30 years. Well, we hadn't actually won the Premier League before they changed it, blah, blah, blah. But that had so much more weight to it.
Yeah.
So I would have said
Break
that.
the drought kind of thing.
But it really depends, you know? Like FA Cup's like top of England. You play at Wembley. It holds a lot of weight. I know my dad's seen a lot of FA Cup games. But Champions League is different again because it's played in a different major city around the world
I like
every
that.
year.
I like that they have it's
Yeah.
like Superbowl where they
Yeah.
the final, you know where the final's going to be regardless.
Yeah, and it's the biggest of the biggest, right? It's the top leagues play each other.
Where
In a
Liverpool won
knockout.
Madrid
Sorry.
when Liverpool beat Tottenham.
Yeah, Madrid. Yeah,
Cool.
2019 in Madrid. Yeah.
I was in hospital when that game happened.
Oh,
No, I wasn't.
Bugger.
No, I wasn't.
It was quite funny not quite funny because they lost to Real Madrid in the final, the season before that in Kiev, and then we knew the final was going to be in Madrid, and we were just hoping that it was against Real Madrid and would have spanked them anyway. But yeah, like that's anything Liverpool related. I'd go Champions League final, FA Cup final, Premier League. If I was to go view it, only because
Who's at the halftime show?
fucking Paddy Pimlet. they have a UFC belt at Anfield.
Yeah,
Like-
just a quick 2 rounds.
Yeah. Other ones on my list, definitely want to go to an Origin decider at Suncorp.
I'll chime in here.
Yeah, like that. I mean, I've been to Suncorp plenty of times. I've never actually been to an Origin game. But if we're talking Origin, I wouldn't want it just to be a game 1 or game 2.
Yeah.
I'd want it to be a decider
Yeah.
at Suncorp, and it would just that would just be absolutely nuts.
So I went to an Origin game at Suncorp. It wasn't a decider, but it was the second game where they had 1-2, so they lifted the shield that game,
Right.
and then the third was a
So-
dead rubber.
So it was the second game?
It was the second game, and Queensland were up. Like, they won that game. They won 2-0.
Yeah.
And it was sick, dude.
Yo.
You were literally I came over to see you go to Origin, and that you were living in Brisbane at the time, and the the atmosphere was sick. That was my only Suncorp experience.
Pretty good one, to be fair.
Yeah, it was fucking sick, dude. That was when Dane Gagai got an intercept, went fucking like 90 meters or something. Tyson Frizzell put the toe in, nearly got there, but it went upstairs and he got it down. But it was unreal, dude. That was the honeybees night. Yeah, dude. So you picked me
Shout
up.
out honeybees.
Yeah. They didn't take our money, but they'll take yours. We went to this
Can we get
club.
sponsored by honeybees?
We went to this dancers club called Honeybees, and so it was tiered. Like, not tiered,
The
but
seating was...
there was a hierarchy to the seating.
Yeah.
And me and Andy went in there, juice to the gills, not on steroids, just had a few drinks, and we were.
It's not like home, right? You're in Auckland, you get a
showies or something. Yeah.
You know, like they give you funny money.
Yeah.
You walk into this place, nah, bro. You pay with like real money.
You got walked
like,
to the ATM.
Yeah, like a $5 bill, nah.
Yeah.
$10 bill, they might accept. That's your $1 bill right there.
So we sit down. We see there's two free seats in the front. We get ourselves a whiskey, and we're like, we'll go sit down in the front there. And we sit down in these comfy, like, sofa things.
Good seating.
Yeah, good seating. And we're sitting there. we see them dance and that, and then we pull out a single tenner each. And they were like, "You're sitting in the front with a tenner." And we were like, "Hell yeah, these seats were free." And they're like, "You cannot sit here." And we were like, "Where can we sit?" And then they pointed to the back, and there's more seating further back. But then the floor stepped up, and there was a metal bar.
Yeah.
And then behind that was the bar, and they're like, "You can go behind that bar." And we were like,
You have to take a telescope just to see the dancers.
have to bring your drone in. Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah, it was. I mean, it was a great experience, but like we went on Origin night
Yeah.
in Brisbane to probably one of the biggest
Just down
clubs.
the road from fucking Suncorp.
Yeah, on Caxton Street, and we went in with $10 each, thinking, "Oh yeah, we've done this before."
Who knows what could happen?
There was like fucking businessman Joe next to us with like $100 bills in the front
hard.
row.
Yeah, I'm here to see Cherry Blossom. Thank you.
Yeah.
And you're like, "Oh, I'm sorry."
Yes, stacks of those yellow Australian $100 bill notes, and it was like, we're in the wrong place. There wasn't a freaking ATM in the club. It was like, and there was a line and like a bouncer and a lady for each person in the line.
Yeah.
It was out of this world.
I got rip roaring drunk that night. Crashed at yours. Got an Uber home the next day to where we were staying, and I got home and the family was like, "We're going to Dream World," and I was like, "Look, I love roller coasters more than the average man, but miss me with the bullshit today." I went and I had fun, but I was very
What
sick.
were we drink? It was like ginger beer and rum or something. Eh? There was
No, it was like it was just a whiskey and ginger ales.
there was some. Oh no, I swear it was like a ginger beer and something. And like we accidentally like misspoke when we ordered this drink, and we're like, not so bad. So we drank them the rest of the night, and went into other bars like asking for this drink, and they're like, "Are you sure?" We're like, yeah, hit us.
Yes.
With the same $10
Yeah, someone a
bill.
lemonade and Jaeger.
Oh,
We saw Semi Rada that night as well.
yes.
He was a Parramatta Eels player. He's a winger, and during that year, he was absolutely tearing up. And there was rumours that he was going to Union to play Union in France. And as far as the world knew, he had walked out on the Parramatta Eels, and there was rumours in the paper that he was already in France. He was missing. He had gone back to Fiji. Nope. He was drinking in the pubs in Queensland on Origin night.
Yeah.
And no one spoke. There was nothing. I was like, I remember seeing that and thinking like, someone's going to take a photo. This is going to be rugby league news really soon. I think it was like a hush hush thing. If everyone was like, let the man have some fun.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
All right, another
nuts.
event that I would like to go to. I'll go real this time then.
I mean, I'd love to see Gladiator 2.
Yeah.
Hit me with some real shit.
Just a Game 7 NBA Finals.
Yeah. I knew this was coming.
Yeah. But I need the outcome of the game to be going down to the frickin' wire, like double OT. There's got to be a game winner. Some crazy pull up from somewhere. I don't know.
What? Yeah, I was gonna. Oh, that was my follow up. Who's playing?
I don't know.
You're not
I follow the sport religiously. I do not have a team. I do not.
Surely, if you follow the sport,
I know I've got a gut feeling of when two teams play. I'm like, I know who I'd rather win,
right.
but a lot of it's to do with like the landscape of the league. I'm like, I know if this team wins, it's going to be a better matchup further on, like stuff like that.
But you like players, right? There's a lot of players that
that
you've watched over the years that you enjoy. So surely those certain players in those certain teams, you must.
I'd say my favorite player is like Kevin Durant. I've always been a huge fan of him.
Yeah. But with those players playing in a certain team, do you end up liking that team as well, or is it more like you like the?
Yeah, well, he plays for Brooklyn, and Brooklyn Nets are like one of the coolest teams going in terms of like they're a new team. Jay-Z bought them, relocated them to Brooklyn.
Yeah. So you like everything surrounding it. But what about like so like you like certain teams of that year, right? Because they get traded a lot, right?
Yeah. People get bounced around. Yeah.
So you're like the something Bulls or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So if I was gonna pick like historical teams that I'd love to see play, like matchups, it's hard to go past like, the dream matchup was the like the Golden State team that tore up versus like what is it, the 73-9 versus the 72-10 Golden State versus the MJ Bulls. I'd love to see those teams match up. But it's one of those things where it's
Game
like,
7, those two teams.
Yeah.
Halftime show.
But I don't really care for Golden State that much. So
Jeff Goldblum. I don't know. Playing the theremin.
Halftime show, I just want to see someone do like a flip on a trampoline into a hoop. I want to see that in real life.
They get the Cirque du Soleil out.
Yeah. Or just getting like professional dunkers because and then they do a full-blown dunk contest.
Yeah, that's another thing, right? So these big sports, right? They've got, was it the NBA All-Star Weekend?
Yeah.
All right. And then, but they've got the dunk contest, the 3-point contest.
They do the skills challenge.
Yeah.
Which is like passing and hitting key shots and that.
Where's that in other sports?
The MLB.
That would be awesome.
The MLB does something similar where it's like an all-star game and it's just big hitters seeing who can smoke the most fucking home runs.
Yeah.
They do something like that. I think it might be an all-star format kind of thing. I mean, the NRL did it. They do it with the Indigenous versus Māori All-Stars.
Yeah, but they don't have like a
when you're breaking down,
kicking off the tee,
a kicking competition.
Yeah, competition.
What everyone wants to see for like those sort of sports is like 100-meter race, fastest swingers.
That'd be mean.
Yeah,
with a defender.
Yeah,
or something. I don't know. Like, and then they have the biggest defenders
just
too.
a game of bull rush. Yeah,
and then they just had like who can put the biggest shot on someone that has wheels or
just a big fat game of bull rush. That'd be so sick.
Let me make a call. Right, no NRL next season. We're just playing bull rush.
Yeah. Do you have any more?
I'd like to go like Olympics maybe. I got a couple, like go to Olympics. Not so much for what's going on in the sport, but I feel like that's like a big sporting event, and it's over like multiple days. So like, you know, like pretty much like a month.
Yeah.
So like if you were to go to the Olympics, like you take a month off and you do like a whole, you know, go pick and choose whatever.
Do a tour,
just go. You know, and it would be like in a foreign country.
Yeah. So
like not only are you going to like sightsee and go see these other great stadiums and stuff like that, but you can like kind of pick and choose like what events you go to. I think it would be a great time. The other ones is maybe like a test match at Lords. Of cricket.
That's huge on my dad's bucket list.
Yeah,
my dad's a big Test cricket guy, and then so he ticked it off 2 years ago with doing the Boxing Day Test at the MCG, and when the Black Caps were playing Australia,
MCG is massive.
Yeah,
that's huge.
And then he said Lords was up there. It was like Lords State of Origin Boxing Day Test was huge for him.
Yeah, look, I'm not the biggest. Like I used to play cricket, and I watch a bit of cricket here and there. Not the biggest cricket guy, but I understand the weight that comes,
weight that it carries,
that it carries. Going to Lords and watching a test match there would just be like, that's like the pinnacle of that sport, and I understand that it's how big it is and how great it would be.
That's the kind of thing. Is I don't care about tennis, but like Wimbledon.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I never even considered tennis. Yeah. That's another one that holds that sort of weight.
Yeah. Or the French Open or something like that, you know?
Another one, I mean, and I've experienced this, like a heavyweight boxing match.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, well, you go.
Yeah, or like like what I had written down on my notes was more of even like a UFC. Like if I was to pick one UFC to go to,
what's your dream? What's your dream matchup for a combat sport thing?
Like, I wouldn't be able to pick a full card or anything.
Do it by weight, like you do it by weight
I would just have.
Or something?
I just have to go to watch a heavyweight bout. That's it.
Yeah,
because I mean,
for boxing,
for either. Like I love watching UFC and I love watching boxing, but if I'm going live to like watch two guys like slug it out, like make them the biggest men possible.
Yeah,
you know, like I love like the intricacy of grappling.
Yeah,
you know, doing different holds, like making them tap out and all that sort of stuff, like all the wrestling involved. But I don't know if that would make a great spectacle live. You know, because you can't quite see what's going on. It's he's holding this. Well, you know, like
that's what I've always thought. Being ringside at the UFC, I mean, it's cool because you hear the shots and everything. You
Yeah.
see these dudes up close, but are you getting that great a view because the
Yeah.
cage is raised?
Yeah.
Like, wouldn't you want to be a couple of rows back, like in the when it starts to tear or something like that?
Yeah. So I mean, I'd love to go and watch it regardless. I mean, there's not many in New Zealand, like
Nah.
at all. Anyway, I'd go and see the next one as soon as they come here. But boxing, UFC. If I'm going to go watch a combat sport live, give me the big boys.
Yeah, hard.
You know they're going out slugging.
Yeah.
Like I would love to see that Derek Lewis Tai Tuivasa live. Like
Yeah,
that would have
hard.
been
That
like
would have been fucking sick.
yeah.
I got one more mythical, and I said it to you before as well. A Quidditch World Cup.
Yeah.
Just because at the start of Goblet of Fire, the stadium that they're in, that they travelled to by shoe, I want to go through the port key from pre-drinks. So you're tailgating at your own house, or you can just party all day. And then you all grab onto like a Doc Martin and like use it like a frisbee, and then you're in the stadium.
You end up at the Etihad.
Yeah, but I mean, just like that stadium, how it like comes right up. I remember because they do like a shot of like creeping over the stand, then it reveals it. That used to like drop my stomach watching that, and I was
Yeah,
like, "That is a stadium."
You're talking like 200,000 person
Yeah.
stadium. Yeah.
I've been to the biggest stadium I've been to, not
Bro.
to view anything.
The best seats would be at the top.
Yeah, hard.
Like if you're at the bottom, you'd be like, "Oh man, there's such."
Yeah.
It's like sitting in the front row at the
You
movies.
got to
Like,
find their like average fly height.
fuck, my neck's sore.
Yeah. I've been to Camp Nou in Barcelona.
yo.
I didn't see any. I just did a we just paid for like a tour. It was off season. It was the summer, but it was cool. Went through like the changing shed, saw all the trophy cabinet, and like Messi had put his like there's like a museum in the stadium where Messi's like debut boots, his first goal, his 50th goal, and all that. The boots were in the museum,
That's
and then
cool.
like you could sit in his seat in the locker room and everything. And I sat
Yeah,
out
that's-
I sat out in the stadium. That's a big deal.
Yeah, Camp Nou would be up there for like top 5 stadiums in the world. Yeah, you'd probably go like Wembley, Wimbledon. I don't know if you just football.
Cardiff, Millennium Park. I don't even know if it's
Mm.
still called that, but Cardiff, the stadium that Wales plays at, that's
Yeah.
that's such a sick stadium for ruggers. I know that.
MCG, Lords.
Yeah.
What Eden Park, is that up there for the rugby? I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, Twickenham.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had diarrhea the other day. And I'll lay the platform
That sucks.
because my bowels couldn't. So yesterday, I don't know when this episode's coming out, but yesterday was the 22nd of the 2nd, 2022. And
Yeah,
I
it
noticed that because I work in an office and I can look at the time now.
This guy.
Hey. Well, I didn't today. That's why I'm dirty and
We're in our work clothes.
in a singlet and feet. So I took a photo at the time, and it was really funny because I was like, that's a lot of twos, right? And actually, I'll backtrack. I stayed a night at the ladies the night before, and I was having trouble with my bowels and that.
Lady.
So because I'd been off with all this COVID stuff, I started taking a whole lot of vitamins because maybe that's what I need. Or maybe I'm just low on something. I took a whole lot of vitamins, and I started taking like a men's multivitamin. I've been doing these super green shakes because I was like, maybe I don't have enough greens. And you got to take. The body's a temple, and I want to charge for people to visit this one. And
Do go on.
I think you said dugong. So the multivitamin I've been taking had probiotics in it, and I think it's absolutely wrecked my gut, especially the other night. The lady was fast asleep. I thought, now's my chance. I woke up as naked as the day I was born, with a fan on my bum, thinking
Nice.
I am 2 seconds away from dyeing these sheets.
Oh,
Sorry.
you didn't.
No, I didn't.
Okay,
Luckily, I
so-
got to the toilet, and then it was just like...
You were alluding to, to something way worse.
And I got to the toilet, and I was like, fuck, like...
Thank fuck.
I like to think I'm somewhat of a respectful guy, and I was like, I don't want to wake her up. And if she does get woken up, I don't want it to be something as gross as this. So I was doing that thing where you like sit on the toilet and like nurse it, and then you're just like, it's like, food. But then it was like, and then I felt better, and then I went to sleep for like 2 hours, woke up, same thing, and I was like, fuck, okay, this is just gonna be me for a while. And from there, I got back to sleep. I woke up, went to work, dude, like a couple of times before work. And then, yeah, I noticed it was the 22nd of the 2nd, 2022. And I was like, okay, it is the day for number twos.
Yeah.
And then I put it on my story that it was that. Not the day for number twos, but I posted a photo of the time because honestly, I thought it was so sick. And then my mate, Fergus, who you guys will meet soon, he responded to my story, and he was like, Buzzy, like, when he had seen it, I'd posted it 22 minutes ago, and then I was like, oh shit, I replied something, and then when I'd replied, he screenshotted that and sent it back to me, and then it said by my name, like, active 22 minutes ago.
Fuck.
I was like, dude, this diary is not going anywhere.
Something's going on in the world.
Yeah.
Not just your diarrhea.
Yeah.
There is something crazy happening. But I've been in that situation before. You stay at a girl's house, and your stomach's like, you're like,
Yeah.
fuck. Can't fart in front of her.
Yeah, I'll just skip dinner.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Yeah. What do you do there? You know, you go down the hallway to the toilet, and you're like, fuck. This, yeah. Just sit there like, oh, please don't hear this.
It's like one of those things as well where you go around, and I know how I eat, and I eat gross. Like,
same.
just, I do a lot of, I don't breathe, I'm not a mouth breather, but I am when I eat. So when I eat, it's like, and then I'll get up to the mic for that one.
ASMR.
Yeah. Someone's going to like that. And it's just like, it's like when you go on a date or something and you're like, damn, like, oh, God, all I want to do is order that burger, but I know that I'm going to woof it in 6 bites. And if she's got leftovers, it's going to piss me off because I want to eat those too.
Yeah. I'm the same. Yeah. So at what point in the relationship do you hold back? Or not hold back?
What do you mean? Like, do you let it all go?
Yeah, or like in the relationship where you don't hold back and be like, fuck, I'm going to have that burger and I'm going to eat her fries too. Or, yeah. When you're in bed and you're like, fuck it. Like, I ain't going outside or halfway down the hallway to go to the toilet to...
Well, I don't know. I'm what? Next month it'll be a year in.
What?
Yeah, I know. Where'd the time go?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
And I still don't fluctuate. I won't just be like, hey, check this out. And then...
Fluctuate? Is that a word?
Maybe not.
It is now.
Yeah. But I'm not like, hey, get in this Dutch oven.
Yeah.
I'll be like, I'm going to go outside. Because who wants to go through that?
Yeah.
Like, I'd like to... there's a lot of things in my life where I'm not very respectful, and I'd like to think that's one of them where I am.
Chivalry.
Yeah, who says it's dead, right?
Yeah.
But I think, in terms of the eating, yeah, I'll do it at a restaurant. I'll still do it at a restaurant now, but it's like when you guys have been out on the piss and you're hungover on a Sunday, and it's like, all right, we're having a day in bed, and you're like, okay, you're going to witness me eat.
Yeah,
I'm not holding back, man.
Yeah. So is there a point in the
Go get the
relationship?
curry bowl.
Is there a point in the relationship that you feel like is it like time stamped, or is it like a feel, or is it like
Nah, I mean, we got comfortable quick.
Or
So
you think
like,
it should just be comfortable from the get go?
I'd like to think that, but there is certain things now where it's like I'd like to keep a bit of romance in there. But that's not for everybody. Some people are like, oh, well, why don't you just like fuck it? Who cares? It's like a natural thing. But it's like, yeah, that's me.
Yeah, I kind of sway towards the comfortableness of it.
Yeah,
Like
I see it, and trust me, I can go there. But
like
but I don't like the smell of me.
for me, it's for me, it might be like a bit of a test. Like it's like not like like I'm testing it. Like it's more, but like if
all right, tonight's the night, and you're just laying in bed.
yeah,
just one eye to the side and wait for the response. Like we're all go.
pull out the 1B5, write my notes. It's an experiment.
Flop.
This is not turning to fart chat.
It was always going here, baby.
But as much as I'd want to be respectful, and I am, and things like that, but it's kind of like, well, what's their reaction to it, right? Like if you were to like, okay,
That's the thing. Every action has a reaction.
I'm gonna finish her fries because I'm hungry, or you let one go in the bed, or this, that, the other. This obviously that's only two examples that we've given you right now. But for me, it's more like, okay, what's their reaction? Is it if it's good, like you know, if I'm like and they're not bothered, and we talk about it or whatever, and they're happy, then it's like continue as normal, right? Chivalry. Like it's not a case of like I'm gonna do this all the time. It's like can I be comfortable in case the accident happens? You know, like.
But it's the same thing with like grooming.
Yeah.
How you. Like when you first meet, you're like, I need to be slick and span all the time. Oh no, we're here. We're getting rid. Like you got to keep everything trimmed up and looking proper.
Yeah.
And then after a while, you're like, she knows what I have, and she's sticking around. But at the same time, cleanliness and some, you always got to trim the shrub to make a tree look a little bit taller.
Exactly.
Because boy, I need it. Yeah, that's all I had on that topic.
Yeah, same here.
All right, well, where are we at? Oh, good shit. All right. Well, those were the stadiums that we liked, and we talked about sport for the whole fucking thing, and then a little bit of fart jokes. So, boys, you're welcome. All right, well, yeah, this was a last minute. Like, we did have something planned for this week, and then we've had a whole lot of things, like we alluded to earlier. We've had things pop up. Andy's going to a wedding this week, so we had to get an episode done. So off the cuff, I think we did well.
That's been great going off the dome, and we had a little bit of stuff written down, and I've enjoyed our chat. I hope you guys have too. So
it was a slow news week, and we do use that. Like that does trigger a lot of the thought process. You see something, and you're kind of like, how can I roll off that? Or when you see something, and you're like, you read some comments and whatever. But it was a slow news week, and we don't think for ourselves. So we'll see. Anyway, you can get at us off-topic chat on Instagram. We'll be posting up on there. The TikTok is at off-topic potty.
Yeah.
That's been going cool. I've been enjoying and
going cool.
Like a Jamaican bobsled team. Yeah, so all our stuff will be on there. That usually gets a bit more clips than the Instagram does. Some older stuff as well that we couldn't, like we had footage of, but I didn't know how to get it onto Instagram, edit and get it on there. So there's some older stuff on there as well. If you want to see that, and if like a little bit of behind the scenes stuff is what I was thinking of doing, just to, I don't know, make it a little bit more personable or whatnot.
We're not doing TikTok dances, are we?
No. I Googled how to be cool, and someone said, I don't know, do a TikTok, and I was like, all right. And then email offtopic@gmail.com.
Something at Gmail.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it was good hanging out with you, man.
Yeah. Good episode.
I didn't sweat as much as I thought it would.
Fuck, you're in the sauna of wisdom.
Yeah, I've had some chicken in the slow cooker, so we'll go out and rinse that. And we'll see you next
Good
week.
night,
Later.
Hey.